Hi guys, so today I want to talk to you about our loose mineral foundation. I want to show you that you can achieve a full coverage by using our foundation alone. There's a common misconception that you can't. I hear a lot of people say they don't like mineral foundation simply because they just can't get the coverage they need. I'm an acne sufferer and my skin is not the best at the moment, but it's definitely been a lot worse than this. And I'm able to completely cover mine and you don't see a thing. So I just want to show you that you can get a full coverage and I'm going to show you how. Okay, your first step is to prime. Okay. I've got about this much in my hand and we're putting it on as though you would a moisturiser pretty much. Make sure you get it everywhere and that it's evenly dispersed around your face. Now, the biggest thing with a primer, what you want to do is you want to let it sit. You need it to be dry on your skin. If it's tacky in any areas, the foundation will cling to it and it will leave it looking uneven and patchy. So you definitely don't want to do that. So you want to leave it, like, well, I'm talking a good couple of minutes, like maybe even go do your hair or go make a cup of tea or something and wait until it is completely dry. So mine's still tacky now, so we're not ready to apply that yet. So wait, I'll turn the camera off for a second while we wait for mine to dry. Some of you may also be wondering, why do you wear a primer? So a primer is actually a really important step. It's like you're creating your base to apply your foundation. So what we're doing here is we're putting the primer on to even out your skin tone and create that nice base. So it's going to hydrate your dry areas and it'll help to mattify and control the shine in your oily areas. So just think of it as making like a nice canvas to start your makeup application. You don't have to use it, but your makeup will definitely last longer and will look better if you do. Okay, so I'm going to conceal next. So I've got my BKD Concealer Trio. It's got 3 shades in there. We've got the beige, which we'd use for just general concealing. The apricot here is for under eyes, and the green is for redness, pimples, rosacea, things like that. So I'm going to do my under eyes first. So we're going to use some apricot. And I'll just pop this under my eyes. You don't have to do this neatly. You just sort of chuck it on there. Don't use too much. Put it on, and then what you need to do is pat it in with your finger. You want to blend it to your skin. You don't want it sitting there on the top of your skin, which is a mistake that lots of people make. Many people I'll see, they'll put it on and it looks fantastic, but then during the day it begins to look cakey and that because it's just sitting on the skin. So you can apply more to make sure you've got enough on there, that's fine, but just don't leave it there like that. Pat it in. Really spend the time to do this. It's a really important step to ensure your makeup doesn't crease and just looks really nice during the day. Okay, so I'll do my other one. You can do the corners of your eyes here and on top of your eyelids if you need to also. And same thing, just really make sure you pat that in and blend that into your skin so it's not sitting there on the top. Okay, so I've got redness, you can see here. So I'm going to use the green for those first. So I'll pop some on my nose, around this sort of area. And then, oh my god, right on here, like the worst spot, like right in the middle there to get a pimple. Okay, so the same thing. So blending that out and patting it into your skin. So we're colour correcting here. The green counteracts the redness. A little bit more for this big guy on here. Okay, so pimple's a little trickier. You'll use the green and put it on top of the pimple and just a little bit around too, and then you can pat it in to try to get rid of that redness. And then I'll pop some of the apricot over the top. And the same thing, just pat that in and blend that into your skin. I can still see that a bit there. Damn pimples. Okay, alright, now I've got green here as well. I mean, I've got red here, so we're going to use the green here as well. Same thing, doesn't matter if you're a bit messy, but then just make sure you pat it in and blend it into your skin. Add some apricot over the top again. And the redness is disappearing. Okay, I've got a lot of pigmentation and scarring from acne there, so I'll use the apricot there as well. Same story, we're still blending this in. So you still want your face at the moment before your foundation will look a bit funny with the different colouring that on there, but you still don't want to see the concealer sitting there on your skin. Make sure it's patted in and it's blended nicely. Same thing, a bit of scarring along here. Blend all that in. Okay, once you have concealed, we'll set that with our veil. So, where I've got that, and my powder brush. So I'm just going to dip my brush in the veil, tap it off, and then press this on my eyes first to set my concealer. This will stop it settling any creases or things like that. And I'm just going to put it anywhere that I've put the concealer now, just to set that into place. So the veil is a translucent powder. It is used to set your makeup and your concealer, and it also will absorb oil. So it's amazing for those with oily skin, as it will help control your shine. So during the day, you've had your makeup on all day, and if you find by the end of the day you're still a bit shiny, you can just pop out your veil, pat it into your T-zone or the areas of the oily, and it'll just suck up that oil and leave your makeup looking brand new again. Okay, so let's apply our foundation. So obviously I'm using the COYOTE. This is the shade Light I'm going to use, and I'll be applying with my COYOTE Kabuki brush, which is the best brush in the world. Okay, so you're wanting to tap some foundation into the lid. And then, okay, so I've got some in the lid, and then dip your brush into there, sort of swirl it around, whoops, so it picks up, and then tap off any excess so there's none sitting on the brush there. And then we can just apply it to our face. So I apply in light circle motions. I can't stress enough how important it is to apply in light layers rather than a heavy thick layer to start with. You build your coverage by several light layers rather than a really thick one. So if you just go in there and add a really thick layer on straight away, it'll just sort of look cakey and ashy sort of colour. It just won't show up right. It won't last well on your skin either. It just doesn't look good at all. So you're just wanting to do nice light thin layers, and several of them if you're wanting a full coverage. Oh, I should have put my hair back for this, shouldn't I? Always blend down your neck because you don't want to leave a makeup line, because that just doesn't look good at all. So you can see I'm already getting quite a good coverage here. I have added a few layers already. So just buff them out. If you accidentally go in there and apply too much, just buff it out. Just continue with that same spot, buff it out so that you don't have a heavy layer just sitting there. Okay, so day to day, this is probably all I would wear. I've got a full coverage there, but if it was night time when I was going out, I would wear more. So you just add some more. Just keep doing the same thing with nice light layers to slowly build that coverage. But you can see there I've covered all of my pimples and marks and everything that I was wanting to hide there by applying this way. So that's all you would do. That's it. Obviously I've still got to do the rest of my makeup, but as far as my foundation and base is, So once you finish your foundation, your last step would be to set it with the veil. So if you're doing the rest of your makeup, you'd do your eyeshadow, your blush, everything else, and then you'll do the veil as your final step. But I'm only showing you the foundation today, so we'll do it now. So the same deal, you just get a little bit of veil in your lid, dip your brush in there, and you can either pat it into your skin or lightly swirl it. It's up to you. The veil's gorgeous, it'll just set your makeup for the day. It'll stop any makeup settling into creases and fine lines and just give you a beautiful overall finish. Also, actually, if you're a very oily person, you can apply the veil before your foundation as well. So yeah, like when we set our concealer with it, you'd also like put a layer of your whole face, then your foundation, then your veil again, and that will help with your oil control throughout the day. Okay guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe, tell your friends, and if you've got any other questions or there's anything else you'd like to see, please let me know.